Decent over-ear wireless ANC headphones that look good are at least $200, and the really great ones are always $300 or more. But what if I told you that you can buy legitimately good, high-quality ANC headphones for under $40? Well, this is a brand new Haylou S30. These headphones support ANC, touch and physical controls, USB-C and aux ports, a dedicated app, and a sleek, robust design. So to be honest, I was very skeptical about these considering such a low price tag, but once I opened the box, actually put them on and tried them side by side with headphones that were almost 8 times more expensive, it made me really excited to make this video. Haylou did sponsor this video, but all my thoughts and comments in this review are mine and mine only. So in terms of design and build quality, the S30 checks all the boxes. It's got a clean, minimal look that works for both its black and white color options, and especially this white version, it looks just as good as the $300, $400 competition out there. It's adjustable for any head size with nice padding up at the top, and really comfortable to wear thanks to these protein leather earmuffs. They're not genuine leather, but they feel just as premium and durable. They're really soft, and unlike cheap fake leather, these get back into their shape and stay fresh. I've been wearing these at home during my commutes and at the office, and I can safely say that I can wear these all day long as the weather isn't too hot. Now, of course, just like all the headphones out there, except maybe the AirPods Max or studio headphones priced above that, the rest of the S30 here is also made of plastic. But so are Bose's QC headphones, and so are Sony's XM headphones. That's also mainly to maintain a fairly light weight, which is around 290 to 300 grams. Plus, you don't feel any of that weight at the top of your head since the soft earmuffs are doing most of the work here. These also fold and twist 90 degrees, which makes them so much easier to pack and travel with. Really no complaints about the design and comfort here, especially for such a low price tag. Now, if these were $300, I would maybe complain about these not being soft touch matte material, but this is such great hardware for the price. If I didn't know and someone told me these were $200, I wouldn't question it. In terms of features, there's really not much else I can ask for. Up to negative 43 decibels of active noise cancelling and transparency modes, Bluetooth 5.4, 40mm titanium drivers for high-res audio, lossless audio through the aux ports, a 5 mic system for calls, multi-Bluetooth connection support, and a dedicated app. On top of that, this is also made for gamers, so there's even a game mode for lower latency, and you can use the aux ports to have a wired connection and to even attach an external mic, which really checks off all the boxes for features and connectivity. The only things I will say that are missing compared to super high-end headphones are on-ear detection, and these are limited to SBC and AAC Bluetooth codecs. But I've never had a connection issue with these. These totally pass the ultimate public transportation test where there are no interference issues when passing stations or other trains. The multi-connection feature has actually been really reliable for connecting to my laptop and my phone at the same time. While I was outside, I did notice how easy the touch and physical controls are. One click on the power button to play pause audio or to answer end a call, one click on the volume button to increase and slight hold to decrease, and just one click on the ANC button to turn it on or off. To enter quick transparency or conversation mode to hear what someone's saying to you, you just tap here to hear the outside world. Then finally, there's also double tap for bass mode and triple tap for gaming mode. Plus, even with just SBC or AAC, the sound quality on these are actually impressive thanks to the dynamic titanium drivers inside, where I barely notice any differences when listening to headphones that are way more expensive with better codec compatibility. There's really good bass here with some decent depth and separation too. I could hear all the different instruments, and what I was really surprised by was the clarity in vocals. Usually with entry-level headphones or earbuds, this is where I get pretty disappointed, but I was pleasantly surprised here. I love listening to podcasts and vocal-focused music with the S30. There's also different sound modes using the app to optimize to whatever media you're listening to. Also for gaming, I noticed the surround sound to be pretty great. I can hear footsteps and explosions coming from behind or next to me. The latency on these is already more than good enough, but the game mode does provide that tiny bit of extra responsiveness, which is definitely a nice option to have for the more hardcore gamers. The audio quality honestly gets the biggest help from the excellent active noise cancelling. With up to minus 43 decibels of noise cancelling, I'm comfortably drowning out all the unwanted noise at the office and even outdoors during my super crowded commutes. What also really helps the noise cancelling on the physical side is that these earmuffs are comfortably large enough to cover anyone's ears and at the same time not being too big. If you're not a super audiophile with a crazy wired studio setup at home, I think you'll be very satisfied with the audio quality and the ANC here. Since these are so affordable with good design, sound quality, and ANC, I thought the one area that would be left behind was the microphone quality. But surprisingly, thanks to the 5 mic setup and the AI noise cancellation, these microphones are actually really decent.
So even without the optional microphone accessory attached here, with these built-in microphones, I think these are more than good enough for me, especially for calls and video chats. So even when I'm outside on a busy street with cars going around all around me, these microphones actually sound pretty good, which is pretty surprising.
At this quality, I also think most gamers will be really satisfied for Discord chats, but let me know what you guys think down below. Now, since the S30 has a fairly big 600 mAh battery and also isn't using the highest bitrate codec, this thing has pretty amazing battery life, especially when compared to the more expensive options available in the market. So this thing is estimated to get 80 hours of battery life without ANC and up to 45 hours with ANC on. Safe to say that I'm getting around 40 hours with ANC. I really rarely ever have to charge this thing. So not only is active battery life really impressive, so is the standby time. And when you do need to charge, it's through some legit USB-C that you can charge with any USB-C cable. This is not one of those cheap ones that only charge with USB-A to USB-C. Plus the charging time is more than fast enough for me. You can get 5 hours of music playback with just 10 minutes of charging, which is just cherry on top considering how good the battery life is. Okay, so putting everything together, the Haylou S30 is a really good set of over-ear wireless ANC headphones that won't break the bank. It's an all-rounder with a nice design, audio quality, ANC, and battery life with decent microphones too. At such a generous launch and retail price tag, I really recommend checking these out to just about anyone before overpaying for really expensive headphones. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you are interested in buying these, definitely make sure to use the link in the code below to get yourself a big discount. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.